Everyone and welcome to Coding Cart. So in this session we'll try to understand one lead code problem. So you can see here the problem name is TwoSum, and this problem is quite similar to one of our HackerRank problem, this pairs problem which we have already solved. So we'll apply the same logic over here, a similar one. So let me explain you here what this problem is saying. So here we will be given two values. One will be array having value suppose 2, 7, 11 and 15, and we will be given one target value suppose 9. So what we have to do here, we have to return the indices of two values whose sum is equal to this target value. So you can see here the sum of these 2 and 7 is equal to the target value which is 9. So we have to return the indices of these two values which is 0 and 1. So we have to return 0 and 1 as our answer. So this is the problem. So the approach is quite simple. What we will do, we will simply iterate one by one. Suppose our list was 2, 7, 11 and 15 and target value was 9. So what we will do, we'll simply iterate one by one. So let us write one formula. Suppose x plus y equal to the target value. So here my x will be the current iterating value. So x is how much? 2. So y equal to 9 minus 2 which is equal to 7. Now I will try to see whether this 7 is present in my list or not. If it is present, what I will do, I will simply append. Suppose I have one empty list in which I will append the indices. If it is present, I will simply append the indices of the current value. So I will simply append the current indices I. Now we move to the next element which is 7. Now this y value will be 9 minus 7 which is 2. So again I will check whether this 2 is present or not. Yes, 2 is present. Then again I will append I value. So my list was initially 0. Now I appended this indices of the current element which is 7 and its indices is 1. So I got the 2 value. I will simply return this as an answer. So if you see here, if I move forward, my value will be 9 minus 11. If I am here, then I will be getting here minus 2 which is not present over here. Again I will checking for the next value, 9 minus 15, not 115 but 15. So I will be getting here minus 6 again which is not present. So my answer is this list. So let me write a simple code and explain you line by line. Suppose I have a function there sum of, let me zoom this one, sum of 2 which accepts two value, num and target, means list and the target. So what we will do is simply take one index to append our result. Now we'll iterate for I in the range of length of num. Now what we will do, we'll apply the same formula here. Let us take val equal to target minus num of I. So we got the value. Now we will check whether this value is present in my num or not. If val present in num, if it is present, then we will simply append the current indices. If it is present, I will simply append the value I. Now we are done. If it is not present, it will simply iterate to the next element, and at last we will simply return this return ITX. Now let us give the input like num equal to 2, 7, 11 and 15. My T is 9. Let me print here only. Call this function sum2 with the value num and T. Let us execute this one. So you can see here we got the indices 0 and 1 as our answer. So this is working. Now let me take another input. Suppose my num is having value 3, 2 and 4, and my t is having value 6. So I should get here answer as the indices 1 and 2, because the sum of these two values 2 and 4 is 6. So my answer should return how much here? 1 and 2, correct? So let us execute this one. But you can see here we are getting 0, 1 and 2. This is cause if you see here the value was 3, 2 and 4. Now the very first element y equal to 6 minus 3 for the very first element. We got here y equal to 3. Now we are checking whether this 3 is present in my list or not. Yes, it is present and it is the same value, the very first value only. That's why it was adding that 0 indices. So I have to add one more condition, like if it is present, then the index of that value should not be the current indices. So if I add here one more condition, so you can see here if I add, if it is present and at the same time that current indices value should not equal to the indices of the value present over here, means the value which you got, the indices of that value should not equal to the current value indices. So I should not equal to the num dot index of value. So my this num dot index of value, so value which you got is 3. So this index of 3 should not equal to the current index which is 0. So you can see here what we will get here. We have written num dot index of val, means index of 3. So it will return num dot index of 3. It will simply return us 0, and our current index is also 0. So we are checking 0 not equal to 0, which is false, now. So it will not add this 3, which will not add this current index which is 0. It will simply move forward. So this will work. So let us execute and see. So you can see here it is working fine, means if the value which we got is the same value, then it will simply bypass that one. It is working. Now let me take one more sample, like num equal to 3 comma 3. Now it should return answer as 0 and 1, cause 3 plus 3 will give us 6. So let us execute and see. But it is giving us the answer as 1. So this logic is not working. Why we are getting 1? Cause let me explain you here why we are getting 1. We have here value 3 and 3, correct? Now y equal to, we got 6 minus 3 which is 3, and my current I value is how much? 0, the very first element, correct? Now if I go and check this is present, means we were checking the condition if present and at the same time my I should not equal to, means the current index should not equal to the indices of num dot index of that value. Now if I go and check the index of these 3, so index of these 3 will return me 0, because if I try to find the index of the 3, then our control will give the very first presence only, so it will give us 0. So my initial current index is also 0, and 0 not equal to the num dot index of value, which will also give 0. So 0 not equal to 0. So at the very first time this is false, so it got bypassed and we move to the second element here. Now here my I value is how much? 1. Now we will get here again 3 and we are checking whether 3 is present here. Yes, 3 is present. Now 3 is present, this condition is satisfied. Now I not equal to, now I is how much here? Currently I is 1. 1 not equal to the nums dot index of val, so 3. Whenever I go to check the index of this 3, it will simply return as the very first presence, which is 0. So I not equal to 0 means 1 not equal to 0. Yes, this is true. So it will simply add the indices of the current value. So it is adding the indices of the current value, which is I. That's why we are getting 1 as our answer. Correct? That's why we are getting 1. But this logic is not working. So we'll try with the another logic. We'll simply use a dictionary. Suppose we have the value 3 comma 3. Now we'll use a dictionary. Suppose DC equal to a empty dictionary. What we will do, we'll iterate with the very first element. Now we will check whether this 3 is present in my dictionary or not. My index is how much here? 0, and for this it is 1. So initially my dictionary is empty, so you can see here 3 is not present. So what I will do, I will simply add this as a key and its index as a value. So I will add 3 as a key and its index as a value, which is 0. This is I value and this is my value. Okay, now let us move to the second element. Now I am here. Now again I will be getting y equal to t minus x, which is again 6 minus 3, which is 3. So we will check whether this 3 is present in DC. Yes, it is present over here. So what we will do, we will simply return the value present at that key, which is 0, and the value of the current index, which is 1. So I will simply return 1 in a list. So we got the answer. Means if that value is present, means if that value is present in the dictionary, then we'll go to that values and we'll go to that key and we'll simply return that value present at that key, which is 0, and along with that we'll simply append the current index value, which is 1. So this logic will work. So let me write here. So we'll take one dictionary, DC equal to one empty dictionary. Suppose now what we will do, we'll take the we will check in dictionary. If the value is present, if the value is present in dictionary, if the value is present in dictionary, then we will return value present at key. Key is what? The value DC of val. DC of val means value present at that value. Means if my value is 3, then I will go in DC of 3. So DC of 3 is how much? This is my DC with having value 0. So DC of 3 will give me how much? 0. So I will return 0 with the value. I got the very first index and with the current index, and we will simply return this in a list. And if it is not present, then we'll simply add that value DC of val equal to the value, means the current indices, means dc of val equal to y. If it is present, then we are returning the value present at that key and the current indices, and if it is not present, then we are simply adding that value in a dictionary. Now let us execute this one and see. So you can see here it is working fine. We are getting 0 and 1. So this logic is working. So let us try to write this logic here. So let us copy this one and paste there. So we are getting two value for I in range of nums, and T is our target. Target equal to nums of I. If val in DC, we will simply return DC of val from I, or else we will simply add DC of val equal to y. Same logic. So let us run this code. So you can see here we are getting runtime error, indentation error for if. Here we are getting indentation error. So we are getting wrong answer over here for this input. So let us execute here and see why we are getting wrong. So let us execute with this value, and our target is here 9. So we are getting an empty dictionary. Why? So let us print here and check why we are getting wrong. Each time after adding, we will simply print the DC value. So you can see here initially we got the value 7. Okay, we have to add here the indices of current value. Current value is how much? Nums, num of I. Instead of 7, we have to add the value of 2. So let us, so you can see here we are getting the correct answer. So we'll simply update our code here. What we did here means we were adding initially, means let me show you one more time. We were adding initially the value. You can see here initially what we got here is 9 minus 2. Initially we 9 minus 2, which was 7. So we were adding the indices of 7, but we were required to add the indices of this initial first value. So the first value was num of I. So let us update here. We'll simply add nums of I. So let us run this code. So you can see here it is working fine now. So what mistake we did here, we saw here by our experiment. So let me submit this code. Try to do debugging like me, like try to use print statement and see what the values are getting populated, what mistake we are doing here. Try to do experiment yourself, you will learn many more new things. So you can see here it got accepted. So if you like this video, if you have learned something new, then please do like my video and subscribe to our channel, and thanks.